Hello and welcome to another Wraggys Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Wife's busy doing cake, she's hogging the kitchen, so I've come down the beer room. Thought I'd crack open a very, very decent beer. Now this beer is a £9 a can beer, but I'll be honest with you, it's one of the very, very best beers that I've tasted this year. Make no mistakes about it. This is a stunner. I have had this in can. I've had it on keg. I've had it on keg at the Craft Beer Festival. The keg at Bang the Elephant Brewing Company's actual place. So 13%. It is. This get this. It's a bourbon barrel aged cherry chocolate fudge brownie ice cream sundae imperial dessert stout. So yeah, there's a lot to it. It's a 13% volume, and it says here, Bang the Elephant Brewing Company, Unit 9, Bailey Brook Business Park, Amber Drive, Langley Mill, Derbyshire, NG 164BE. So technically it's Nottinghamshire. So yeah, and as a Nottingham person, yeah, we're glad it's Nottingham. It's got a Nottingham postcode. It's in Nottingham. So this beer has been 9 months in the making, and the wait has been worth it. Worth every minute, we think. This is quite simply the best beer we've ever brewed. Aged in third fill Jack Daniels barrels. The bourbon character is more restrained than in previous bourbon barrel aged beers we have brewed, allowing the more natural characteristics of the barrel to shine. Notes of oak, leather, tobacco and vanilla combined with chocolate malt and cherries. Good evening, Benjamin. Sneaky beer review time. Combined with chocolate malts and cherries for one of the most delicate and divine drinking experiences you will ever have. And they're not long. This is a stunning beer. Right, it's at room temperature, not blooming shed temperature. I have drank this both at room temperature and also chilled out of the keg. And I've drank it at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, get in. Yeah, pissed up by 6 o'clock, but there you go. Got to do these things. And I'm drinking out the right glass as well, because certain beers deserve a certain glass, as you do. So the only reason this is getting drunk tonight, because this is one of the beers of the year. This is such a stunning beer. And the only reason it's getting drunk tonight is the fact that tomorrow the wife's going to buy me 3 beers for Christmas from Bang the Elephant. So I'm getting Lumiere, this one, Hobby One Kenobi, which is the Emperor's Brewery collab made with real hobnob biscuits, hence the hobby One Kenobi, whatever. And then also there's Stroke in the Aardvark, which sounds so wrong. Yeah, I don't know what they do in Derbyshire, Stroke in the Aardvark. What's that about? But yeah, so lovely black pour, little bit of a head on this. This is room temperature pour, not shed temperature. The barrel age is coming through beautifully. Those whiskey bourbon notes. Dip my nose in it then. Bloody hell. That is a stunning beer. Absolutely stunning. I've got a list of beers on my supreme beers of the year, and this is just one. And the ability to get it twice in a few weeks, once at Christmas and once now. Oh. Good evening, Tad. Welcome back, matey. Sneaky beer review time. So the wife, she's in the kitchen, hogging the kitchen, doing cakes. I said, I might as well go and do a beer review then while you're hogging cakes. She says, yeah, I'm going to be 25, 30 minutes. And I'm thinking, hey, Sneaky live beer review time. Yeah. So she's doing cakes. I'm down the shed. We've delivered that cake. God, it was on a right bloody steep hill. So I'm down the shed reviewing an absolute. Have you ever had any from Bang the Elephant? The 3 of these getting released tomorrow night. It's a Christmas Imperial Stout bundle at 7 o'clock. There's not a lot getting released, or so they say. And 3 beers together. One from Bang the Elephant. Well, they're all from Bang the Elephant. One's a collab with Emperor's Brewery, and one's a collab with some bottle shop. I can't remember the flipping name of. Left Field is the bottle shop name. I remember it. And so one's called Hobby One Kenobi, and then one's called Stroking the Aardvark. And I had that last weekend at we had some betweeners. Not until tomorrow night at 7. Yeah, I reckon it'll be. This is £9 for this can, £9. But trust me, 13%. I'll read out what it is. It's a bourbon barrel aged cherry chocolate fudge brownie ice cream sundae imperial dessert stout, 13%. Good evening, Paul, mate. How are you? So, this is the only reason I'm drinking this is because the wife's buying me the 3 beers tomorrow night, so I can actually. This is a beer of the year. This is probably the best beer I've had this year, and I mean I've drank it on keg. Oh, Jesus, Craig has as well Kent Beer Reviews, and I've drank some amazing beers this year. And I'm lining. I've got the only reason, like I said, the only reason I'm doing it now is because I'm getting it this week. I'll be getting it for Christmas. So the cherry and the chocolate are divine. The hint of Jack Daniels in there from the bourbon, from the barrel aging, is also bloody amazing. That strength of ABV, but the ABV doesn't just wallop you. It's very deceptive. It draws you in. The taste of the cherry, and on it says things like you get like hints of leather. It's a real complex beastie, which is why I'm going to take my time. I mean, it ain't cheap. It's £9 a can, so but it's just all these big imperial stouts are sipping cans. You don't just woof. You sip, enjoy, take about half an hour, and that cherry, it's just absolute. It just makes me chuckle. It's so damn nice. Looking forward to Christmas. Looking forward to time off. It is Benjamin. I mean, all of us. There's a beers that we always like to. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes you're watching a film and you just take your time. The effort that's gone into making this, I know the lads. I mean, I've drank this. They had it on keg when we did the mega brew, free for you to drink. God, I had some glasses, as you would, obviously. No wonder I was steaming. 8 o'clock in the morning, drinking 13% beer. Yeah. So there's the can art. Let me just put that down without dropping it. Fuck it, I'd cry if I dropped it. So yeah, there's the can art. Ooh, put it away from the screen. And yeah, they say you get hints of tobacco, leather. Obviously, the Jack Daniels element comes out. I really like these guys. They're actually the top class guys as well. When they have a do at the brewery, Jesus Christ, their hospitality is something else. And the beer as well. It just goes to show you, some breweries are getting left behind because you get small breweries like this who are cracking some decent stuff out. And these guys messaged me, and we got talking, and I have so much time for them and for what they do. flipping heck, it's a treat in a can. Don't taste like a 13%. It'll wallop me in a bit. I'll be cooking dinner and steaming in the kitchen. And if it don't wallop me, then all's good. I'll have another one. I have kind of done a little bit of a collab with them, albeit I was going to do more, but I was that steaming, I didn't bother in the end. But yeah, I did some green ops. That's about it. Yeah. So I actually did like 2 minutes of collabing, and I did do beer reviews that day as well. So I did my little bit to promote. I'd like to see these guys do an Imperial Stout with Castle Rock Brewery. Age it in barrels, and Castle Rock, this is where the big breweries can give the little breweries a big heads up. And it's all about mutual collaborations. I think that's the way to do it. If you think to yourself, a bit of a rub up, I don't mean in the wrong way, but a bit of a push up by someone who's more well known than you, who's got a bigger name nationwide than you, bumps you up. You can imagine someone doing to you, you reciprocating, and if there comes a time when a brewery goes viral, they reciprocate back. And this to me is what makes good brewers. Good evening, Rory. And stunning beer though, and a stunning glass as well. I think it was £7 for this glass. So this will be on the website as well tomorrow. Definitely buy it. Well, the wife's buying it. I've already told her. So what do you want for Christmas? I says, I want this 3-pack of Christmas beers, Christmas stouts. Good evening. Welcome back. Yeah, I too want to do grain brewing. I too want to get the setup. I've got the setup. I've got the room here in the beer room. I'll get rid of the games consoles if need be. I might even sell them, make some money. And get my own setup. I've seen what Red Dog Brewer's got. Our man Johnny, yeah, Mr. Red Dog Brewer, I call him. You drinking out the same glass, matey? You've got Bang Elephant glass. What beers have you had of theirs then? Or have you had any of their beers? Out of curiosity. Like I said, I've already said that yeah, it's a sneaky review. Yeah, the wife doesn't know I'm doing a 13%. Yeah. I didn't say what beer I was doing. I said I was doing a beer review. Yeah, and as long as I don't walk up the arse steaming, I'm getting better. I can hide booziness these days. Well, to a point. You walk in the arse and you fall on the floor. Brew by numbers. Fair play. Yeah, it is a nice glass, isn't it? Yeah. And I wash this by hand, and I'm very careful washing it because when it's £7 a glass, I don't want to be breaking the bloody glass. And I've learnt my lesson. Don't put any glasses. You've got the barrel aged Centaur Army. Ooh, I ain't got that yet. There's a lot. Have you noticed on the run up to Christmas, the amount of flipping box ticking beers is through the roof? It's like, Jesus Christ, what do I get? And that if you see a beer that you really, really want and you don't get it, you've bobbed it because a month later it's already disappeared. And I'm finding that with beers now. The barrel aged Centaur Army, I'd like to get it. I mean, I can go down to the tap room because obviously I live in Nottingham. So it's £6 a third. £6 a third. Yeah. I mean, we can't drink everything, can you? As a beer reviewer, you've got to be reviewing the stuff really, in a lot of ways, just the stuff you like to review or you want to review. Don't think you can review everything because you literally bloody can't. And in some ways, 10 reviews of the same beer is boring anyway. If you look around the country at everyone doing beer reviews, if 10 of us review the same beer, yeah, £6 a third. How much was the can then? Out of curiosity. About 12 quid? 10, 12 quid a can? Good evening, Sam. Now here, mate, is an absolute cracker. A bourbon barrel-aged cherry chocolate fudge brownie ice cream sundae imperial dessert stout. And it's 13%. 12 quid. Whoa. Yeah, so round about the right price then. You got a 4-pack? What, 4 of them? No way. 48 quid on 4 beers. Oh. Do you know though, on a work night, it is, mate. So I don't work for Bang the Elephant, but I love the guys. I think they're brilliant guys. And this gets released tomorrow night. This is the only reason I'm drinking it tonight, because this is a beer of the year. And I do mean a beer of the year. This is coming out with 2 more tomorrow night on Bang the Elephant's website. And if you've got the pennies, all 3 beers are amazing. I drank one last weekend. They saved me a can. They saved us a can, and we shared it between 4 of us, and it was outstanding. That was the Stroke in the Aardvark. Hobby One Kenobi. I've drank the previous iteration of it. There's some amazing breweries around us, you know, there really is. They get released at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. I'll tell you now, they won't last longer than, I don't know how many minutes. I know at Liquid Light last year, they sold 700 cans in 4 minutes. 700 in 4 bleeding minutes. So Bang the Elephant are based in Langley Mill. Nottinghamshire postcode, but they're based in Derby. Yeah, but stuff that. Yeah, we call them Nottingham. Yeah. And I can't wait till the guys get there. What I love is what they don't release crap beers. Yeah. And this is amazing. Cherry, chocolate. You get the hint of the Jack Daniels, get the hint of the bourbon with this. I do get a hint of tobacco. Yeah, they've got a shop, mate. Yeah. Yeah. So if you look on their site, they actually do a zip up hoodie as well. And I think it was 20 quid last time I looked. And I'm tempted. After Christmas, I can't afford anything before Christmas. It's literally, I mean, I'm working extra and even doing Saturdays at the moment just to get Christmas presents, as you do at this time of the year. We know we're all the same, aren't we? None of us are millionaires, and unless you're lucky, unless you've got rich dads and mummies and daddies. And I ain't got a mum and dad, so yeah, I've scuppered that one. 49 years old. Track Impy Stout down there. Wow. I've had a couple of track breweries, both from low cost beer. I had one in the low cost beer advent calendar last year, and then I had one that came with a load of low cost beers as well. I must have ordered it from somewhere. Good evening. How are you? Young Ragger, you'll get on well with me. It's times like this when I'm drinking a quality beer where you actually feel young. And then there's other times when you know, when it's pouring down with rain and you're freezing, you're wet through, and you're like, why am I still a gardener? I mean, really. Today was a good day. I had a cracking day at work, had a cracking day after work, working, and I'm drinking one of the best beers in the UK. And I absolutely mean that. And bloody hell, the aroma's amazing. And to say I've had this on keg at 8 o'clock in the morning. Bloody hell, that was a day that will live in infamy. Yeah. Like Carry On, you know, the bloke in Carry On where it says infamy, infamy. They've all got infamy. But 8 o'clock in the morning drinking this, and 13% at 8 in the morning. That was a day. That was a beautiful day. With any luck, 7 a.m. and you're already keen. Yay. Yeah, I have, mate. I've reviewed that Russian Imperial Stout. Yeah. It's delicious. They do make some good Imperials. I think they're still sitting, as far as I remember, they're still sitting on an Emperor's Brewery collab that's not been released yet. I think they're waiting for it to age even more. Good evening, Lee, mate. How you doing? Well, when you're drinking a 13% beer, life gets better. It's like a treat. It really is a treat. Take it easy, go long, enjoy. Imperial stouts are not cheap. Let's be fair. The best Imperial stouts are not cheap. We know that. As a supermarket beer buyer, I know that. But when the quality of the beer is like this, and it's amazing. I rushed onto the website when this was released. I had a right job getting hold of it. Managed to get on, paid for it, went down to the brewery, was given the can, and what did I do? Dropped the bleeding can, didn't I? So they gave me this can, wasn't pissed either, and gave me the can. Next minute, straight through my hands on the floor, dinted the can, and I was going to review it as well. So, so one of the brewers, Nigel, he actually swapped it with me. He says, "Here, I have my can." So I came in with a nice can, and they're still with me about that now, to be fair. And then I reviewed that, I drank it, and it was so amazing that I bought another can for my beers of the year, hence this one. Paid £9 for the can, and you think this is aged in bourbon barrels? I've seen the barrels, you know, so it's no bull. Good evening, mate. And I haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, I'm just glad you're well. Obviously, when we're doing the 6 o'clock lives, it may clash with obviously your life and that and what you're doing. And I did notice your comment on Facebook the other day, so I thought, good to see he's okay. When you don't see people's names and don't get chat, and you're like, I hope everyone's okay. You get used to seeing them. Yeah, I've got the fire on. Yeah, just below my legs, so it's nice and toasty. Yeah. Oh, drinking an absolute perler. If anybody, Nottingham Craft Beer Festival is next. I think it's June. But I tell you now, me and Kent Beer Reviews did it, and it was an amazing 2 days. We managed to get free tickets for the second day. Jobs are good. But to come up and do it, I mean, it's not cheap. Don't get me wrong, but I tell you what, it's the best. It is the best. And it's nice because the wife says, "Oh, give me half an hour." And I thought, that's good. It's going to take me half an hour to neck it because I ain't rushing, you know. And it's Friday tomorrow. Finish at 1:45. Come home, get some dinner. Do 2 quick live beer reviews, for God's sakes. No Imperial Stouts tomorrow. What I need tomorrow is 4% beers. Do not want any 7 or 8%ers. No. I said that last week. What happened? Fucking poured out. 8.5% came out one of the boxes, and it's like, Jesus Christ. Of all the beers not to. There's a fly in here at this time of the year. God's sakes. So I'll read it again. It's a bourbon barrel aged cherry chocolate fudge brownie ice cream sundae imperial dessert stout. It's a mouthful, isn't it? 13%. And it's aged in Jack Daniel's bourbon barrels. So, whoa. Oh, you're out tomorrow. Fair play, mate. Fair play. Can't fault you. You know what I love this time of the year? It's like going out, it is a beer of the year. Yeah. I've had this multiple occasions on both can, keg, and not once is it not delivered an amazing beer. It was the beer of the Nottingham Craft Beer Festival at some distance as well. And there were some amazing beers at the beer festival. Only one of the big beers did I not get a chance to try. And come over Christmas, I'm looking to do a beer of the year special where I might line up, not going to be cheap, line up 5 beers together and taste one against the other. And I'll get the wife on board in the background because I'll be steaming otherwise. I'm not drinking them all on my own. Or I'll drink some and close and seal the can or the lid or something so I can drink them again the next day. Yeah. Or the next day after that. Cherry chocolate. Yeah, I mean, I might do a battle of the beers, but somehow do a battle of the beers, but do a knockout competition. Could you imagine doing like 8 beers and 8 absolute box tickers and then trying to get it down to 1? I'm not sure if it's doable because obviously beers will go off after a few days. I'll try and work it out, or even if I make it 1, 2, 4. 12 days of Impy Stout. Oh, get in. Oh. Any beer that you drink makes you smile. They're the beers. Yeah. And some of the beers aren't that expensive. There's a couple of beers that are in supermarkets. Some of the beers are expensive. This is £9. So this is, it's not cheap, but you pay for the experience. There's a Northern Monk, the Death Star, that's £5. And people don't, it's not a, in some ways, you've got like a beer of the year. You could have a supermarket beer of the year, I suppose, in some ways. No, not at the moment. Yeah, and good evening. Yeah, nothing at the moment. I've been so busy that I've got nothing on the homebrew. I'm looking to do. I usually have a wine kit at this time of the year, and also a decent, strong beer, and I've got nothing. I've gone into winter really unprepared, and trying to get ready for Christmas, and obviously sometimes money comes in from other sources, because you've got to pay for Christmas presents, don't you? And especially if you've got kids and grandkids. Mince pie stout. Yeah, I've seen it. I've not obviously had it, but it sounds amazing. There's some cracking beers out there. I suppose it depends where you get them from. I never got some of their other beers, like their Yorkshire pudding one and all that other. It is. That's why I bought it. I seen it and I thought, I've got to have that glass. So I went down the brewery one day. I think I was there on a Sunday. And I went down the brewery on the Sunday. Fermentation. The best place for fermentation is if you've got like a hot water tank cupboard. That's the best place at this time of the year. Or buy, if you can afford it, obviously, buy one of them bloody belts that go around it. Oh, dogs always win, bless you. What would our session on Christmas Day? Oh, if I could get away with it, something like this. Yeah, but 1 or 2 of these and I'd be on my back. Yeah, 2 of these especially. Yeah, I couldn't do any more than 2. I'm feeling it on 1. I'm going to do an Evil Dogs double IPA, but I'm going to ramp it up, make it into a triple. I don't want to go any further than triple because I think it might be too much. But Evil Dogs double IPA is definitely one that I want to add. Maybe muscovado sugar instead of granulated, and because that adds a bit of different to it, and maybe even some black treacle as well to even again add different flavors into the mix. Right, 30 minutes in. Like I say, these are beers. I went out drinking with the likes of Hopzine, uh, Mersey Beers, Blue Nose Beer Reviews, Dave, and they drink some big flipping beers. They do, but they're sipping, and yeah, you're there for hours in a pub, but you're enjoying what you're drinking. And my God, I think me and Dave both learned that we are not the drinkers they are. They could drink some chuffing beer. Bloody hell. And everyone says, God, Raggy, you can drink. Can I? I look at them and I think, God, I'm a Boy Scout. But on a certain day, Jesus Christ, I can neck and back like a trooper. So, yeah, just goes to show you. So on this, the cherry, the chocolate, the bourbon, it kicks in. And there is a hint of ice cream in there as well, funnily enough. Um, and I paid what I paid for it. Black treacle, yeah. Muscovado sugar, yeah. The comments disappeared on me then. Ooh, do you know, these days it's so interesting. A sleeping bag round the fermenter and a bungee rope. There's always a way, isn't there? You know, there's always a way. Well, let's be fair, Lee. You know, we all drink what we can. You know, yeah. If your money's you've decided to live in Wales in the bungalow you converted, fair play, mate. Fair play. Are you going to buy the other one as well? Chianti style red wine home brew. I need to do a wine. I've got no wine. Oh, going into Christmas. Do you know, going into Christmas, there's a few days where you think, stuff it. I'm going to get drunk. And, you know, that's what Christmas is about. I'm off work for 2 weeks. I'm not driving the next morning and do what I bloody like. Although I am driving tomorrow morning, so thank God this is the last beer. School night. The lads who make this, you know, wow. Dog's keeping well, thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's a nutter. Took out the Christmas tree on the stairs tonight. We've got a Christmas tree on the stairs, one of these pop up Christmas trees. And he's come down the stairs and he's 15 and he like goes to the side and he wiped out the Christmas tree on the way down the stairs. It's like, Jesus Christ, Charlie, what are you doing? But you know, the more he's with us and he's alive and he does the odd poo in the house, isn't, you know, I think it's age, you know, a little bit like us. Slippy, wee! Feeling this now. 33 minutes in. Wow. So, yeah, I do love to mix Christmas Day up. I like spirits, beers. I'll drink whatever I can, to be fair. Totally Brewed Rory are amazing. Um, they do a good wide selection of beers. Totally Tapped, their bottle room is probably a more interesting place to go to. They've got, you can actually choose what you want to buy. Very interesting. Dave's on selling vegetables. So, as you can see, lovely black pour on this, tinge of white head, and as all Imperials should be, they shouldn't have big gaping heads. They really shouldn't. The head should dissipate quite quickly. And on the nose, cherry, bourbon, chocolate. Oh, it is. Absolutely bloody amazing. Is it my beer of the year? Do you know? Against other beers in a one-on-one or even a battle of five, I think it would beat every single beer I've tasted, including the Imperial Xmas Thornbridge's Necessary Evil, Castle Rocks, cognac beer. I do need to get a bottle of the cognac. I do need to get a bottle of the cognac beer from Castle Rock, though. I do really. So, need to knock off because I'm going to get a bollocking off the wife if I don't. So, black pour, little off-white head, cherry, chocolate, a boozy bourbon flavoured on the mouth. £1.67 a pint. Get in. That's cheap, isn't it? A stunning, absolutely stunning beer. Would I drink this again? Yeah, yeah. I've drank this across multiple cans, multiple kegs. Drank it on a brew day, got slaughtered, pissed out my face, and 4.3. Oh, bit of a way out there, mate. This is going to go up in my beer of the year. Luckily, the wife's getting me another can because, you know, out of 5. Oh no, I've got another week. Yeah, another week, 1 week and 1 day. Out of 5 on the night when I can actually do a proper review, and I'm drinking it at room temperature. 4.76, best beer ever, without a shadow of a doubt. There's nothing I've tasted as good as this, especially at this temperature. I've tasted it cool, I've tasted it from keg, chilled, and tonight at room temperature. Flipping heck, room temperature. Oh my gosh. I'd put this beer against any single beer out there. I really would. And I bought the beer. I don't get it for free. I don't like that shit. But Jesus Christ, that's some beer. And hold on. Oh, the fucking can's gone. Oh, if I had the money, I'd have about 5 of these. Cognac in a heated glass. Yeah. Tastes much better. Right, gotta run. Cheers everyone for joining in. A weekly pick from the Wraggys shed. We could do, I suppose, couldn't we? And right, gotta run. Gotta cook some dinner and try not to look pissed. Try, because that's gone to my head a little bit. Right, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Cheers everyone. Cheers everyone. Right, no looking pissed, Wraggy. No looking pissed. Don't fall over.